All of this day today is for the future internet public-private partnership, and so they have FIWARE and they have FI-content. And now, in the framework of FIWARE, we get a presentation for the Magic Box, the Smart Box. It is a FIWARE project, okay? And you're a startup. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here to present our testimony about how we are using FIWARE in our project. Our project is Smartbox. First of all, who we are? We are a little company focused on interactive TV, smart TV, connected TV, whatever we can do on a TV. And in March 2013, we decided to start a new project, a startup focused on Android on TV, using Android as our hardware platform and software solution in order to provide smart TV functionalities to these TV sets. And, well, we start working with FIWARE on September 2013. We present our project to the Smart City Challenge on Santander, and we won the first prize, and we are the third prize in the Smart TV category in the Campus Brazil in January 2014. Well, to be honest, we don't have any expectation about FIWARE at the beginning when we start working on October, but finally it's a very, very important key in our roadmap to use the FIWARE infrastructure. What we do? Well, what Smartbox is doing is deploy all functionalities, Smart TV, a media center, or interactive TV application using Android. Not only browsing. Internet browsing is only one of the features of our box. Not only media center or internet TV. This is only a simple feature of our box. The most important in this case is to combine all of these features and interactive TV functionalities on smart cities, in this case using FIWARE. When we are discussing about full integration with digital TV, this means that we can run our application over the TV signal, could be live signal or on-demand signal, on-demand TV programs, and we can resize. Resize means that we can reduce the size of the TV screen, and we can add information in this content. In this case, what is a Smartbox? A Smartbox is a project that using FIWARE, we can add information that we are capturing from smart cities. This means that what we plan to do is to be the windows to the smart cities information using the TV. But using the TV with the remote control, in this case, the new modern remote control that including pointer, keyboard, but it's very simple. This means that there is a lot of people who have not the expertise to manage the PC to access all the smart cities information. And sometimes, another way to use our system is to access this smart city information while we are watching TV. This means that we can generate alarms, or you can access simple information using your TV. You don't need to go to the PC, start the PC, and access with your browser to this information. You can use simply your remote control. In the case of a Smartbox project, we are focused on two main business. One business is a small cost digital signage. The idea is to present the smart cities information on retail store, because a lot of retail store, they have a little screen, 24-inch or 32-inch, in order to watch TV on the retail. Imagine in your dentist, doctors, or imagine the hairdresser. Well, sometimes they have a TV screen in order to watch TV. Well, we can use Smartbox in order to convert these TV sets on a low-cost digital signage in order that we can put advertising plus smart city information like traffic, weather, etc., using a very low-cost box. And on the other hand, at home, we can access all the information from the smart cities. And another feature that we are including in the Smartbox is the possibility to capture all the data at home, the data coming from the domestic appliance, and send this data to the smart city for analyze. Imagine, for example, we can access with this feature, we can access anonymously all the information about power consumption or water consumption in the at home, and we can make any analyze, or we can inform, for example, people what is the power consumption of the neighborhood. In terms of we can advise them in order to use better the electricity, for example, because, well, they has wasting a lot of resource if they compare with his neighborhood. Okay. This is the user interface of different screens on the application. We have the application in the table with a TV set in the real-time demo. Well, I invite you to come in later to watch the application. This is the example of the home gateway, the smart hub. This means that we are collecting all the data from different appliances or devices at home, and we can send all this data. We are sending this data to the FIWARE cloud. This means that we can use Cosmos, for example, to analyze the big data in terms of, well, take decision or inform the user that they can improve the use of his resource, because they can compare with the rest of the neighborhood, with the rest of the citizen in the city, for example. Okay. And we can offer in real time over the TV signal information about the smart city. This means the weather or alarms, or imagine, for example, we have applications in terms of advise people, mainly for senior citizen, when there is a high temperature, for example. Well, but we can make these alarms at some time that they are watching the TV. And this is a very, very important feature of the box. We don't need to select another video input on the TV set in order to access this information. This information appears at some time that you are watching your regular TV channels or TV networks. And at last, and not less, we have this low-cost digital signage application, because we can present all this smart cities information on TV screen or TV set in bars, retails, with a very, very low cost, because a box is less than 70 euros. 70 euros per screen, with this real-time information coming from FIWARE. Well, I think it's a very good business proposal for retailers. The business model of the project is advertising and sponsorship of the application, sell boxes, because, well, with all this functionality, it's a good opportunity to sell boxes in the retail. And we will have an application and widget market. This means that it's possible that people develop a specific application for these boxes, and they can charge for this application to the end user, using a market in a similar way that Google Play is doing now. Well, this is an overview of the architecture that we are using on FIWARE. What we are using is the IDM for identification. We are using Orion Context Broker in order to access the sensor, not only the sensor on the home. We are accessing to the sensor of the smart city too. And we are using Cosmos for the big data analysis. All the data that we are collecting at home are stored on Cosmos. Imagine, it's possible we are collecting data from domestic appliance for more than 1 million, 2 million, 6 million of inhabitants. This means that Cosmos will be a very, very important tool for us in the future. And all these are the infrastructure that we are working with. All these applications are in the FiLab. In summary, how FiWARE is helping us? Well, first, it's very important that FiWARE allow us to deploy real prototype and demos, trials, because at this moment we are deploying this application in a real infrastructure, in a real cloud infrastructure that allow us to test how will be our final product. And we are working with customers, working with potential users of our application, like local councils or government departments, but not only with a demo in a PC. In this case, we are working with them in a real prototype. I think it's very easy for us in the future using FIWARE to pass to the next phase. This means to have a production environment. But all the development that we are doing with FIWARE will be the same. We can reuse this development in a production environment. In another hand, the collaboration with other companies has been very important. To be part of the FIWARE ecosystem is very important for us because we have in contact with different companies, and now we are trying to complement our application or our services with the Smartbox with other startups they are participating in FIWARE. For example, now we are working with other companies in order to integrate web RTC video conferencing in our box. And we are working with another FIWARE company who has an e-commerce market for small companies or retailers. Well, we plan to use this develop in order to integrate in our digital signage low-cost systems. Well, this type of collaboration at the end aggregate value between the different startups who are participating in FIWARE. I think this is one of the most valuable things for us. And of course, every challenge is an opportunity for us to develop new applications for our box. Well, the money is an incentive, but I think the challenge is more in this case. What we are trying to do is to develop new functionalities with the box, but always thinking or with the most important feature is that we don't need to worry about the backend infrastructure because we are using FIWARE in this case. For a startup in the first phase of the develop, it's very, very important. Don't need to spend a lot of money or don't need to worry about the reliability of the back office, mainly for prototype for demos and trials. Okay. Imagine, for example, at this moment, like Smartbox, we are testing a Smartbox in retail for retail business in order to sell set-top boxes. We are testing too on telecom operators. We are trying to sell in smart cities infrastructures. Even we are trying to use the Smartbox for inclusion in order to reduce the digital divide, because this Smartbox at home is not only a decoder, it's a little PC with Android-like operating system. This means that in different homes, we can use the set-top box like a tool to access to internet or a tool to watch TV. We are using the box in hotels and hospitality, and we are using the box too on distant healthcare. For example, we are using this box in the Spanish Red Cross in order to offer distant healthcare for senior citizens. Well, all this we are deploying at this moment, this trial and these demos, we are using the FIWARE infrastructure. And it's very easy for us and very reliable. Well, and this is all. I just to say only thank you, FIWARE, for this opportunity and for support our tools and prototype in the network at this moment. Any question? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. So, all right, here's a question.
An easy question, please, because my English is not very good, as you can check.
Hello, my name is Tibor. As a private user, I'm not convinced to use this box and expose all my data and my private network and my devices in my home to the public, while because this system, it seems I expose all my information to public network.
Well. I mentioned it, that all the data, you can send the data anonymous. We are using the same technique that people are using in the electronic vote. Okay? And you can decide if you share the information only with your postal code, for example, well, and what you receive in this case is what is the average consume, for example, or the average use of the water, of the electricity on your neighborhood. But nobody knows who sent the data. Because the most important in this case is the average. We don't care about if you have a lot of consumption or not. The most important is that you can compare your real value, that your real value with your name only stay at home, okay? And you compare with the average data. You send this data only with your zip code, the postal code.
Okay.